Bentornati and welcome back to Boulderdances, which is my Twitch, my live playthrough of Dwarf Fortress. Again, to remind you, really minimal editing, so that it is very chill and slow, but I hope you will like it nonetheless. If you want to try and catch me live on Twitch, you can look for the Litast Onion or follow a link that I will totally not forget to add in the description of these videos. That said, enjoy the show. Okay, so the Caravan has arrived. Do they automatically use wheelbarrows to move stuff? That is a very good question. And the answer is, specific things can be moved with wheelbarrows. The specific things are, of course, the heavier things, like stone boulders, but that only happens if your stockpile has a more than zero max wheelbarrows, so at least one wheelbarrow permitted, because if you say zero, they will just not have a wheelbarrow there. Of course, you need to have a wheelbarrow. Somebody needs to bring the wheelbarrow to the stockpile. So in this case, this wheelbarrow here, this wheelbarrow is not stored in this stockpile. It's assigned. So it's the same thing as, for example, this willow bin in this gem stockpile, right? So the gem stockpile is not a stockpile to stock bins, but the bin is assigned. For the wheelbarrow, it's the same principle. So now, if I use one of these boulders and there's a free space, a dwarf will use that wheelbarrow. And the other thing to understand is, which is something that a lot of new players are absolutely oblivious to for some reason. Well, they are oblivious to it because the game straight up doesn't tell you. But you can get it with experience, right? If I were to make a large stone stockpile, right? Every free tile would be an outstanding order. It's like going to the manager and saying, I want, how many are these? 3 by 10 at the very least. I want 30 boulders moved to this stockpile, which is a ton of work. Actually, it's several tons of work in stone. If instead you have, let's say, 3 wheelbarrows there, and the wheelbarrows are actually on the stockpile available, only 3 jobs at a time will be created. Because if the wheelbarrow is available, the dwarves will go, okay, the smart thing to do this is to use the wheelbarrow, because the wheelbarrow is available. There are 3 wheelbarrows, so we will hold 3 boulders at a time, and no more than that. What's the meaning of the number of wheelbarrows in a stockpile? For example, when there are 2 dwarves are going to use them? Yes, exactly. That's what I was trying to explain. I hope it's clear. If not, let me know. But yeah, basically, a stockpile without wheelbarrows will attract work from everybody. So if you have 30 dwarves with no job, and you make a 30 tile stockpile, they will all gonna rush in there. They're gonna grab probably the farthest boulders possible, and they're gonna spend a month holding those boulders in that stockpile, which is awful, as you can imagine. If you instead, for example, maybe you create the stockpile really small first, right? Like maybe 2 tiles, and you say, yeah, I want like 5 wheelbarrows here. You wait for the wheelbarrows to get assigned, then you can make that stockpile as large as you want, with the knowledge that only 5 dwarves at a time will work on it, because 1 dwarf per wheelbarrow. And I heard, I haven't tried, well, you can assign, it's visible, right? It's in here. You can assign wheelbarrows to other stockpiles. However, it's not that convenient because they will only put 1 item in them. However, if you are doing some heavy movements of stuff in containers, they can put, let's say, an entire barrel on the wheelbarrow or an entire bin on the wheelbarrow. I guess there could be a use for something like that if you have a system where maybe you have an assigned output stockpile. I'm sorry, you have an assigned output stockpile out of your kitchen, and then that stockpile distributes elsewhere. You might want that second stockpile to use wheelbarrows to get the barrels from here to there. But I've never done that. Now I understand why my first fortress has so hard time with moving. I had huge stockpiles. Veratine, I saw like several people do that, and even like very, you know, proficient gamers, let's say, on the internet do exactly that. Like people start a fortress and they are overwhelmed by the possibility, right? If I zoom out, they go, well, look at this, I have a lot of space. Let's make a huge fortress, and then let's store a bajillion stones because they are pretty now. Look at this. It's amazing. Look at this image of the dolomite boulder, right? I want them all. I need to catch them all. The problem is, then you'll have exactly a very hard time in doing anything else because everybody is just slowly pushing boulders around. You learned it the hard way. Yep. Oh, let me remove this before we do anything else. By the way, where is this caravan? Oh, we didn't get the caravan yet. We have the outpost liaison. Let's look at our outpost liaison. Look at this guy. Limul Licotavus. Limul Licotavus, the outpost liaison. Limul Inkmine is going to attend a meeting. He has a spouse, 2 lovers, wow, and 14 children. Well, that's to be expected. It's telling here that he needs a throne room. Well, my friend, your throne room is probably home. Not gonna give you a throne room in here right now. He's gregarious, values cunning, is resistant to sickness. It's not very creative. Let's see something else about you. What are you carrying? Just cave spider silk, nothing fancy. He's a practical guy. Skills. He's a professional carpenter. Oh my god. Is this the guy that stole the idea of the wheelbarrow? Is this the professional carpenter that at home were like maybe watching over the shoulder of the man at the wheel and going, interesting, you're putting wheels under a beam. I'm gonna do the same. So maybe at home they have a lot of bins with wheels, but that's no wheelbarrow. That's not how you do it. I don't know what. Then he's a dabbling thrower. He's good at persuading, judge of intent, a competent comedian. He cracks jokes about it. What else? Personality. He has willpower. Yeah. Oh, can you please check question above as well? Sorry about that. What's the other question? Do they automatically move stuff? Oh, another question. Can wheelbarrow go between floors? You mean up and down stairs? Yes. Yes. Dwarven wheelbarrows can traverse any terrain. I mean, that's the beauty of it. The only thing they cannot do is they cannot do where dwarves can't. So they can go across. Oh, even like, yeah, slopes, stairs, anywhere a dwarf can go, they can bring the wheelbarrow. I never seen that happen, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if a very proficient climber could climb with the wheelbarrow in tow. But yeah. Okay, so this guy has an iffy memory, poor kinesthetic sense and poor creativity, and that's why he steals our creations. He enjoys being in crowds, tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. He has a greedy streak. Yeah. He tends to consider what others think of him. Okay. He's not a total a-hole. He tends to make a small mess with his own possessions. He doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living. Competitive guy. He has a sense of duty, though. He isn't given to flight of fancy, and we see that because he's dressed in a really practical way. He doesn't go out of his way to help others either, though. Thoughts. We know nothing about his thoughts. He personally values cunning, but also sees introspection as important. All right. I mean, we will conduct the meeting. We will talk to him. At the very least, now we are a safe distance from this guy. Where are you going for the meeting? In the meeting area, I hope. All right. Going to lurk for a bit. Need to complete this dock. No problem at all, mate. Do what you gotta do. Okay, so I have the save for this, so I don't need to make another save. I can just go ahead and play right now. The outpost liaison has arrived. No, I don't need that. Oh, the meeting hasn't started yet. It hasn't started. The merchants have arrived now, though. Oh, look at them. Amazing. So we have the merchants in here, but also we have diplomacy. Now we have it. The expedition leader, the dwarf at the wheel, Rithgomath, meets with the outpost liaison Limul Likotavus. Limul says, I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Okay. There's much to share. Information has been added to the world info. So what do we want from the mountain home? We have reindeer. I guess from the mountain home we can ask some fanciful leather. Can provide maybe giant cave swallow leather? Dralta? Giant cave toad? For some reason that doesn't strike me as particularly good leather. Cave blob leather? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, let's go with leopard and jaguar leather. And what is the Dralta again? Dralta leather. Just so that we have a theme. And giant cave swallow. So that's what I want in leather. Then let's do this the right way. Pigtail we can make on our own. We just need to start doing it. But we have the pigtails. We just need to work them, make them into thread, and then weave that. Silk though. I want you to bring silk. We should always have a little bit of silk available, just in case somebody wants to make a an artifact out of that. Then what else? No crafts. What about though? No, don't bring logs. Do you have access to some kind of wood that is really, really light though? Doesn't look like. I mean, I'm pretty sure one of these is really light. I just don't remember which one. I could check it out. Let's go. Logs. You have a list of logs. Yes, with density and weight. Tunnel tube is pretty light. I mean, kapok and candle nut would be better. Saguaro is even lighter. But tunnel tube has a really nice color to it. Yeah, I guess some tunnel tube and nether cap wouldn't hurt. Tunnel tube and nether cap. Metal. So in here we can have silver. I just haven't found any yet. But I'm gonna buy gold. I'm gonna buy gold and I'm gonna buy copper, tin, platinum. Alright, alright. Brass, maybe, or zinc directly. Gems. Gems we can make our own. Seeds. Don't need. We can manage. Weapons, training weapons. I have a legendary weapon crafter, so I'm gonna get into that at some point. Drop components, digging implements, bodywear, shields, toys, instruments. It's a good idea to ask for instruments because some instruments just aren't craftable. At this point I don't know which one, but let's do this. It's gonna be painful because then we will pay double price for them. But at least this way we make sure that they will carry instruments. Pets. This is not important. Not important. Cheeses, powders. Do bring some gypsum plaster and quicklime because we may not be able to do those. And when it comes to extracts, bring the milk. Bring the milk. Milk can be turned into cheese pretty easily, pretty quickly. And that makes fantastic meals. I always buy milk, and it's pretty cheap. It's very, very cheap to buy. Meat, fish, plants, cages. Cages are a fantastic value, pretty much always. So tin, zinc, nickel. And I mean, having some Nick cage around is always good. Bags of leather. Please do spare me the hassle of making bags. So bring Mule leather, donkey leather, horse leather, cow leather, sheep, pig, goat leather bags. Not the pigtails one. Those are very expensive. Cave spider silk bags though. Look good. Silk thread. Yes, please. I mean, we can make barrels. I don't need to buy barrels. Weaver's backpacks. I think yes. Bring quivers and backpacks. Goat, pig, sheep, cow, horse, donkey, mule. For some reason this is sorted the other way around. And backpacks. Goat, pig, sheep, cow, horse, donkey, mule. Sand. I have sand. At the same time, sand could be a way to get more bags, so do bring it. Lye, potash, and pearl ash. Bags of yarn. Yarn thread, yarn cloth. Because it's cheap. Tools. They sell wheelbarrows. Damn you! Damn you! You thief! How dare you? We sell the real wheelbarrows. And then there's clay. I think I have clay in here. Sheets. I mean, it's very early for sheets. I don't need them right now. Okay, this is everything I'm gonna ask. Oh, wait. Wait a second. So this is preparing for that episode, right? When I talk about trading. What I think I need to also ask is raw glass. Sometimes people may request glass, and if you don't provide it, they will get crazy. And I think that concludes the stuff that we can buy. Clay, silty clay, fire clay. Yeah. Done. Okay. Now, they want from us windows and handwear? Really? No. I'm gonna sell you wheelbarrows. And you better like them. So move goods to depot. Tools. Bring the nice wheelbarrow. The regal wheelbarrow. And apart from that, I think there is a... No, this is finished goods. I mean, how do you... Why do you say this is around 1,000? This broker of mine isn't really good at that, is he? Gem. Yes, gem bin. Bring that. Something tells me I'll have to tap into the gem reserves. Okay, the goods are on the table. You can clearly see them. The wheelbarrow in here and the gem bin there. Broker requested at depot. Here he is. Let's trade. So in the end, yeah, it was only around 300. Not really 1,000. But I will sell it to you. I will. What can we buy with 300? They have some gems. I'm not interested in their gems. They have some raw clear glass. I'm gonna pick that up. They have a few ropes. Eagle leather water skin. Okay. An iron Zalstom. That's a bit too much. Green glass Bidoc. A billy goat in a cage. You know, it could be just meat and bones for us. Just, you know, it's a convenient way to buy a whole lot of meat, bones and leather, and a cage. Then you have dwarven rum, ale, dwarven milk, which, by the way, it's milk made with purring maggots, which is a specifically dwarven product. This is not dwarven milk in the sense that comes out of a dwarf. It gets me too sometimes, but it's not that. Then you have buckets. Warhammers, spears, picks, training swords, wombat leather armor. You know what? Value 10, I'm gonna pick this up. What? I misclicked. Trade. Oh, damn it. Let's do this again. Raw glass. This. Dwarven milk. Leather armor. Then you have hoods and caps and nice bronze helm. Bags. Eagle leather bag, yes. I saw... Okay, black sand bag, yes. These are too pricey. More leather. We can always use more leather, I think. I want to pick up an entire leather bin. This is all cheap leather, so I think I'll pick it up. We'll have to back this up with some gems, though. Let's go with some shawls. I'm sure you will appreciate. That's enough leather to last us for a little while. More cheap leather in here. Let's try and go for... Okay, silk. I have silk thread. Get some wool, but only the cheap one. Just to stay on the safe side, should we get hit with a strange mood. You have bowls, you have large gems. Oh, those are beautiful. Steel anvils. Or slungs. Bunch of plump helmets. Muskmelons. I mean, we have muskmelons too. Thread. Do we have some yarn thread? Only one llama wool. No, actually alpaca. Yes, alpaca wool yarn. Iron greaves. Okay, there's a cheap quiver. I'll get that. Spiked steel balls. 2 of them. No less. A lot of cheese. Brushes. Okay. Let's see, if I give you a few more gems, like these pyrites, how much cheese will you get me? Goat cheese, specifically. Only one? Then I'm not gonna give you all of these I need to give you all these pyrites, otherwise you will not accept it. Well, at least this trader recognizes us. Your efforts are legends there, let us trade. But maybe he's just greasing the wheel, so to speak. Alright, I think this is enough as a first trading. Let's do this. Ah, wonderful. Thank you for your business. I mean, they are not ecstatic, but still. Good value, good value. I could get that goat out of them. I would have to get rid of a few more gems, and you know what? I think I'll do it. Trade. Alright. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Now, speaking of stuff that might be necessary in crafting an artifact, bone is also useful. I should have a dedicated stockpile just for bone somewhere. Especially inside, because outside bone still has a chance to deteriorate. Let's see. Eventually I'll have a totally separate space for bone carving. For now, make a small refuse stockpile. Bones and horns. Customize. Nothing but horns and hooves and bones. And this will pick stuff from here specifically. Okay, so no trader needed at depot. We got what we wanted. Oh, we got a new baby reindeer. Aww. Baby reindeer. Nice. Has a great musical sense already. Love to see that. Oh, fine 5 meals has been completed. Check the kitchen. Right. Oh, don't cook the dwarven meal. I want to turn that into cheese. Let's do that now. Make cheese on repeat. Great. You know what? I think I should have another farmer's workshop, but the thing is, already seen the limits of this area, right? I think for now I'm gonna have a farmer workshop in here explicitly for the pigtails. But then we need to start thinking of specific areas to craft specific things. So I can still make a farmer workshop around here out of dolomite blocks. Then I can put a stockpile here. Don't need to be big. It's gonna be thread bearing plants. Or fibrous plants. How about that? It's gonna be a food stockpile, but I'm gonna have nothing but plants, and specifically for now pigtail, so that's the only one that I have available. I think we also have like rope reed around the map. I don't remember if longland grass can be turned into rope. And you will pick stuff out of the ingredients stockpile if needed. We still have a dumping stockpile in here. Let's remove this. And let's make one in here. Just so that we can move away some of these boulders. Very annoying. This one too. Okay, now we have bones in here, so we don't lose track of them. And this is the pigtail barrel, which is great. Let's connect this. So export to this workshop. Okay, okay. Add a new task. Process plants on repeat. Babak the engraver will do that. Which is cool. Alright. Now I'm getting close to the point where I should have a pause and go have some lunch. Before that though, I want to briefly take a look at our situation, because it's nice and the dwarves are fairly happy. However, I need to start thinking about places to sleep, more places to congregate, better spaces for working, and this mine also. This mine is not going in anywhere, so we need to explore around a little bit more. Let's put on the lowest priority. Let's have a few more exploration channels. Or exploratory channels. Maybe it's a better term for it. Going in all possible directions. Hoping to find not really metals. Well, I guess I would be happy to find silver, but more gems, especially gems. There seems to be an abundance of magnetite, by the way. Magnetite and hematite. So I botched that. I can fix it though. Okay, so let's have some of that. That also will open up the area a little bit more. And then, let's see. Well, if mass production is in here, I guess I'll plan, let's say, masterful production or high level goods production, maybe around this level. Let's plan this. Probably still going around in an X shape. Or not. Let's see. I can have a guilds hub around here, I'm thinking. So maybe this lower or southeastern section can be about guilds. It's unreadable, but okay. Guilds are on here. And dedicated workshops this way. What does a dedicated workshop looks like though? It looks something like this. A square. No, I mean, the workshop can be in here, let's say. And they can have several stockpiles around it. Even though, let's see. What if the workshop was okay, what if this was the output stockpile? So the goods are stored in here. This is the output. This was the actual workshop. And I want to enable to allow for space for multiple stockpiles, because imagine this is a dedicated gem setter, right? Gem setter would require at least the input stockpile for gems, and then maybe one or more input stockpiles for furniture, goods, and stuff. Like all the things that we may want to... I'm thinking of engraving. No, we may want to encrust with gems. Those stockpiles would be maybe one in here and one in here. And maybe then I keep making very phallic shapes. Maybe this is slightly better. Maybe. But then again, I have a dirty mind, so... everything is gonna look like that. Something like this. Now we need several of these. This is not a very efficient use of space, though. Can I maybe alternate between two different layouts, and that way make better use of space? I mean, this is a different layout. That can stand like beside this. And can even be more fancy like this. And it can still have a workshop front and center, or maybe like smack in the middle in here, and have several stockpiles around it, and maybe even decorations. Legacy of Mar, hello, hello there. How are you, sir? I am designing some spaces for expert crafters. You are good. Glad to hear that. How goes the fort? The fort goes pretty well. Let me finish this up and then I'm gonna give you a very brief rundown if you wish, if you want. And then unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop because I should go and have some lunch, really. Only the best wheelbarrows, exactly. And I think you can forge wheelbarrows. I think at some point I will make steel wheelbarrows, because a wooden one, the let's pick this one. Now this is a nice one. I want to see like a standard wheelbarrow. Yeah, like one of those, like a practice wheelbarrow. The value is 50. Like the base value of a wheelbarrow, it's double the base value of a statue, right? If I were to make right now a statue out of dolomite, it would have a base value of 25. So as you make better and better wheelbarrows, those are, first of all, if they're made out of wood, they are very light compared to a statue, right? And if I make one out of steel, it's gonna be this multiplied by 30. So 3 times 5 is 15. Add a couple of zeros there, it's gonna be 1500. It's pretty good, right? I mean, it's gonna be pretty heavy because it's gonna be made with 2 steel bars, but 1500 base value plus, imagine it's gonna be high enough quality. I mean, I would need a blacksmith for that though. I can't really ask my weaponsmith to make a wheelbarrow, because he would go like, okay, but where are the pointy bits? Like, how do you kill stuff with this, right? Because he's really single-minded, this guy. So I need to first get my hands on a good blacksmith, and then we'll start cranking out gem encrusted solid steel wheelbarrows that you can use to move mountains. The elves love getting mad. I mean, they have very strong beliefs. The elves. But the thing is, I'm gonna make this video guide about how to not make them mad, or maybe how exactly to make them mad, if you so choose. And I'm gonna publish that on my YouTube channel. I have a small YouTube channel that's called Listless Onion, on YouTube, of course. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a YouTube channel, I guess. So if you're interested in, it's mostly beginner guides. You can head there and have a look. That said, and this is it for this episode of my Twitch playthrough of Dwarf Fortress, of the Fortress of Boulderdances. If you want to try and catch me live, you can go to Twitch and look for Listless Onion, or simply follow a link that I will totally not forget to add in the description of these videos. That said, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. Alla prossima!